Hi folks, this is Dr. Virender Sodhi, first Ayurvedic and naturopathic physician in USA. So we get lots of questions. I've been practicing for the last 42 years, and out of that 36 years in USA. And one question comes, the Ayurvedic medicine is not modern, is not latest. So my answer to that is, we are very ancient ourselves. We, the DNA in me is billions of years old. So I don't know what we're talking about. It's not modern. When it comes to the basic food chain, that has to be very basic. The more complex, the more processed we make, the more diseases we create. You can almost eliminate all the diseases. This is a very big statement which I'm saying here. If you eat the way the mother nature has intended us to eat, and studies after studies are showing that if we eat wholesome, whole grains, whole vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, you get almost no diseases. And just to attest for that, when the Britishers start going to the rest of the world, start conquering them and taking them there under their rule, when they came to Africa, by the way, they couldn't find a disease for 100 years except the chronic disease which we have today, except for the fevers and diarrhea and salmonella. They found infection, but didn't find heart disease, didn't find blood pressure, didn't find cancer, didn't find rheumatoid arthritis. Now let's go back to Australia, where the Aborigines are. They didn't have any diseases either. Come back to USA. When the European start coming to USA, they didn't find any diseases in the native cultures, Native Americans. We messed it up. So when we talk about Ayurveda is not modern, boy, your food has to be primitive. You cannot make it modern, and that will create more sicknesses. The next question which I get is, Ayurvedic medicine is completely harmless. Guys, everything has side effects and toxicity. Even if you drink water, excessive water, and if you drink 2-3 liters water in one take, you can die of hemodilution. Okay, so nothing is safe. Even water, as benign it sounds. Yes, the toxicity of Ayurvedic medicine herbs is very low as a food grade. So yes, I can say and attest to that it has a low toxicity, but everything has some side effect. That's why you want to go to a doctor who has a training in Ayurvedic medicine, not weekend training, who has been trained in for several years. A typical Ayurvedic doctor get training of 5 to 6 years in a medical school, in a regular medical school, and that's what you want to go to. The misconception number 3, Ayurveda is not scientific. The science which we know today is constantly revolving. The thing which we was calling scientific yesterday is not scientific today. So I don't know what we mean by science, because the current science is constantly evolving and changing. There is another philosophy, there is another way of thinking, and the models which we use in Ayurvedic medicine is a quantum physics model, which is a very advanced science, by the way. And the elements, 5 elements: ether, air, fire, water, and earth, and then the doshas. So they can be very, very scientific. And so when people say it's not scientific, they don't know what they're talking about. And by the way, Ayurvedic medicine was doing surgeries several thousand years ago. The father of surgery is called Sushruta. You just go and Google it on Wikipedia or any place, you'll see that the father of surgery is called Sushruta, and he was Ayurvedic doctor. So another question which I get is, to have Ayurvedic medicine, you have to be vegetarian. That's not true. Ayurvedic medicine is not vegetarian. Although, if you eat less animal protein, focus more on vegetarian food, you have better results. And even people who were eating meat previously, the consumption of meat which they had was so minimal. All the studies done on the mummies they found in the ice caves, they didn't find a lot of meat in them either. There, when they analyzed the gut or their feces, there was a lot of vegetables, roots, leaves in their analysis they did on them. And the average humans at that time in the primitive Stone Age were using around 100 grams of fiber a day. Now, average American is using 5 to 10 grams of fiber a day. The American Dietetic Association asks us to use 30 grams of fiber a day. So, if you are not eating enough fiber, and if you're thinking this is because you are eating meat and you'll be helpful, that's a wrong concept. Adding more vegetables are good, but Ayurvedic medicine is not only vegetarian. The next misconception is Ayurveda takes forever to work. Okay, that's a very, very interesting question. Like anything, if you're trying to change inside out, it's going to take some time. But if you're trying to suppress the symptoms, like most of the time our chemical drugs does, if you have a headache, you take a pill, it knocks it off for a few hours, 7-8 hours, and then after that you get another headache, another pop in another pill. You got a tummy pain, there's a pill for that. But it does not take care of it. But when we're talking about Ayurvedic medicine, we're looking at what is the cause of it, what is leading to that imbalance in you, which is causing that symptom in you.